She just makes me crazy. I grew up hard, my capability is smart. This shit just makes me crazy. I grew up hard, my capability is smart. This shit just makes me lazy. You don't have to be rich or poor to suffer, you just have to be alive. This shit just makes me crazy. I grew up hard, my capability is smart. This shit just makes me lazy. You don't have to be rich or poor to suffer, you just have to be alive. Negative been a
Alright, good morning. Today is our first day. You know, like normally we do acting classes, filming behind the scene every day. So today is our first day, 22 or 22nd of January. So I have gentlemen and a lady here. So for that, you only need questions. I need to know more about them, why they are here, number vision and everything. So we take question per person because of their different POVs, point of view. Some of them are here to listen, some of them are on 18, some of them they're here to experiment, and some of them want to be famous. They want to find out to be famous. Film is not a good thing to be famous. If you want to be famous, go street at the street so that people can shoot you, make you to trend. But for filming, there's no fame. Believe me, there's no fame. Okay? I'll start by an introduction from each of the gentlemen and the lady. They are here next to me. Introduce Aran. Bani kita Kita jadi tapi itu.
Dumelang Salmonani, Nagalbituna Cabello. Okay, Dumelang Salmonani, Nagalbituna Cabello Makola. Nagi student tikitolena behind the scene. Thank you.
Salmonani kamala mufanye wangosi ngizofunda editing, shooting and others. Yes.
Dumelang, ngitsela ka ke bantu laphan. Kitolena behind the scene. Ngitseleng tsena ka ke ba.
Dumelang ka lena ke mokgothatso go generation and kitolena behind the scenes and acting present.
Dumelang kamala mo editing design ngizofunda editing and filming.
Kamala Musimpo Mahali, I'm here to learn acting, TV presenting and behind the scenes.
Okay. And now, what we start with, I want to break down before we can start behind the scene and such. Let's start about the film. Let's start about acting. I don't know because of. I know which is some of us here different view of what is acting. Some of them also to portray the script. Some of them they say you pretend playing someone. So there are many reasons and there are many answers. And I know which is some of them now they have different knowledge which what is acting. You see, now me on my own, I know means that I am not what is acting. But how would you call all wrong and such? You see. So what you can ask, I'll wait for any question while filming and any question for anything on your phone so that you can break it down. It's going to be easier, more practical, at least you have some knowledge in such, you see. So welcome to 2022 afethu in Autogrant, attention. Osaka Manikyo General Professor to the Sanway, each is going to be heard. So, Singatala, I'm a question, anyone who's a question, I was a question, and exceedingly reason, who name before so was a question, because you can't ask a question just in jail. I don't know which way to Asha, Pelumil of the Ashe, but it's as an imbone, I shop, but this all of feeling machine. I still have that question, but I don't know what else I'm paying. So I need I'm a question and without question. Even you know which you saw that somewhere or yet somewhere or anything, don't ask me just in jail, who was in jail. Because each and everything, any reason behind why you're asking this question. Anyone? I'm open for any question.
Sorry about that. Can you repeat your question, please? My question was, I heard that there is a difference between an actor and a character. So I want to know the difference between a character and actor. Because like, my director, as an actor with a story, like what's the difference between character and actor. So, but in about information for myself. So I'm here to get information about it.
Alright. It is very important for you to understand such a things. It's the same thing, it's 2 to 1. There's a difference between a director was telling the truth, actor and a character. You see, the actor, we are an actor now. And we are now, as we hear, we are an actor. But immediately I give you the script. You are no longer an actor, you're now a character. Because of you're gonna perform something in scripting. You're gonna perform the character led by the scripting, and that's what it means in the sense. You see. So immediately also I'm starting, you're an actor. But immediately you receive the script, you have a line scripting, you're now a character. You're gonna perform that character. You are no longer an actor, you're a character. So that is why most of the time, I'm actors, I try to execute it different. Why is it different? Yeah, understand? And that is my strategy. But my gana is going to be fundisi. Will speak clear? It's Amanda to point when you see her, but it's little chan when you see her who skins up. If you don't understand that, it's I don't know. But in general, in character and actor, never exceed the one, never find. So the actor is you, but the character is someone who's on portrayal with script. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But if you don't get it, you'll never get it. But I won't give up on you, I'll make sure that you get it. So now, this gentleman is an actor. Up until I said, read Thomas Lines is now a character, is no longer an actor. Did I answer you, sir?
Yeah.
Another question, I need two questions from each.
Okay. My second question is that they say, okay, on set, they say, don't direct the actor, direct the character.
Okay, I love that question. If you sing, you have a script and there's no cut, you master your scene, which means your director was directed the character. The mistake that our directors are doing, the communicative actor instead of the character. So for the strong way, but if you play as a pitchy character, I must start to treat you as a pitchy character immediately when you come on set. Because of when I start for instance, a I treat you as a on set, nothing is gonna go right because of the mentality or and you won't perform on set because of but if I start to react bitchy on you, it's gonna be easier for you because of you starting to accommodate that character before you can be on set. Then it's gonna be easier for you to perform because of I treated the character before you be on set. You understand? So immediately I said, hey, KB, blah blah blah, which means I'm killing your character because I'm communicating with KB. But then I'm starting to be angry because of you playing that character. Then that's what's going to be simple for you because of now I'm talking for dark, man. You see? Then that's where we're going to start to adopt that chemistry of being a dark. So that the onset is going to be easier because of I started to treat you like character. I don't know if that's a kind of but I understand, you know. It's natural. It's impossible to understand or not. So I don't know which pays by my question now. Okay,
I have a question about film. Why is it important that we change lenses during a shoot, like when you're shooting?
Can you pass me that lens fast? Don't do it. Just. Okay. Here, you have 18 to 55 mil. 18 to 55 mil. I can't say it's a wide lens. But you can do wide with it. Because when you talk about wide lens, talking about 50 mil, 40, 20 mil. Because if you show us, you see where is our camera, like where I am. But now if you can change that lens and put it here, maybe you'll see the film from here. So here with this one, I used to shoot wide with this lens. It's 18 to 55 mil. I can be like this now. But when I put that 73 to 200, the shot will change as if it's a close-up. So to change the lens most of the time, we do it if we don't want to remove our where the camera is. For instance, where I am, we're using the 200 mil there. So if I want one shot, but I don't need that camera to move where it is, I have to shift the lens. The camera will stand there, but my frame is going to move because of the shift the lens. And the depth of field, I don't know if you ever heard the word depth of field. There's a deep depth of field. Then there's a light depth of field. Which means if we're going to use that lens, we close up, everything's going to be blurred. We're going to be blurred. We're avoiding that in close up because of the close up is a very important thing. If I'm going to shoot this with close up, it's going to be a problem because if you see people passing, I'm focusing on you when you're performing, but when I see the driver, the red there, or the pedal passing, I'll go to and focus on the pedal, then leave the character. But if I'm using that one, everything's going to be clear behind. So I won't see what's happening, I'm going to focus on the character. So it's very important to use that lens and close up. And it's very important because of we're going to keep the depth of field behind and focus on the person that is performing. I don't know at home you feel what I'm saying. And I don't know the answer. It's very important to change lens. Don't use one lens when you do shooting. If they hire you as a DOP, cinematographer, or camera operator, must ask about lenses. The camera, we see the camera is not doing a good job. This is the main key. You can use 1100, they're small frame cameras, but if you have the best lens, your film is going to be more. So this is very important than the camera. It's not easy to understand that. But if you join us, you will understand it. This is very important. The lens, not the camera. Did I answer you? Any question?
If there is a cameraman inside a shot, the cameraman responsible to know that how to judge or say, okay, the shoot is going to be like this, it was so.
So, to answer your question, the camera operator don't ever say, whatever the camera operator is doing, took the instruction from the DOP, director of photographer. That's our DOP, director of photographer. The people that is in charge, whatever that you're watching on TV, that thing is created by director of photography. Then the actors and such, the instruction they got it from the director. I don't know, did I answer you or is everything clear?
Yes.
Then another question.
Is it possible with DOP and your cinematographer or your on-set with you?
Okay, Mina, let me talk about myself. If I'm a DOP, some of the shots I wish to shoot on you. I wish to shoot it on my own, some of my shots. Because if I can give you and say, Donna, I want you to pen with this, and I want you to do that this, and you'll do it, but you won't do the way Naki is Ankate. It's natural. You see. So that is how most of the directors can direct and say, can I shoot this for me? There's a movie, Lucy, if you watch, you know Lucy, that film. That director, more of the scene, who shoot that on his own. More of the scene. Especially the moving scene. You see. By the right, because of if you will deliver, but you won't deliver the way you never corner. Yes, you see good movie, the patina, the was a move on corner, never moving alone. You understand? But they have the right to be on set, just to put the manpower. Good endeavors of change to buy it. You can sit there, go editing, go what you call directing room, directing monitor, I mean to say. But it's natural, man. I'll go to the floor too and help my face AT. No, chief, let's cheat this. Let this be like this. Because of it will simple for everyone. So they have the right to be on set, just to manpower, to uplift, if it's in there, no 2 years. So they have the right to be on set, but you know it is courtesy. And the facility you have the right to fire. Listen, facility. If I don't need you there, I have the right to say, Chief, now, because of leaving me, there's an advert link on the poster. We thank you. That facility in Ramposh, can you never write? I'm a director. You never to say, I don't know today. I don't know if we need to be you must see, you must know that. So, the Ramposh along chief, so that I think 5 minutes by and then do a career. I don't know the choice. I have to compare to the monitors.
Okay. I have a question. The directors. So all of the directors know the shots, know everything they want, or some of them they just stay to direct the characters and that's all.
Good question. Ningla this is love the KZA. Nase Eastern Cape. Chini Ningla this is. The director is not a favor, it's a must. It's a must to understand the shot. It's a must to understand the shot, the frame. And the last thing is a must to know how to edit. That's very important as a director. If you're a director who don't understand the editing, you must look at your. That's not a mistake, guys. Because of what I'm saying is, if this guy is the editor, you're gonna give him more job. Because if you don't understand the editing, you only direct. Then when you submit the data to him, you have 77 scene 1. Then 7 will tell you for the 7 months. Because if you don't know which scene 1 that is very important, which shot is very important. But if you understand the editing, trust me, they move off 2 days, we're gonna shoot it with 2 hours. Because of you know what to do when you come there. Why I'm saying this, we last week we were in Devon to shoot. And we end up shooting how many scenes?
It was 60.
I mean same day.
Yeah. It was
27.
27.
We shot 27 days because of I understand editing. I know when I played the camera and such, I know what is my first clip, what is my second clip and my last clip. It's very important as a director. But if I don't understand editing, I'm gonna shoot the over shoulder, the close up, low, the high, the side, the flavor. You see those things because of I shoot many shots. But when I watch myself a TV, we shoot the one, go Vela one shot. Which means 69 shot was useless. 59 shot was useless because of they only play one shot there. So it's very important to understand the editing as a director, know how to frame and know everything. That's what I'm saying to you. Most of the directors, they come to the floor and say, Chief, can I shoot this on my own? Only this scene or only this shot, can I shoot it? So now if I see with TSS, let me I like it, let me shoot it on my own. So it's very important as a director. Because it's hard to go to members and say, I do the close up, but you can't do the close up. Many directors that I work with, I go there as a DOP or go there to help. Only find that I end up taking over because of guys. I don't want to waste my time with people who guys. Now I'm a legend, and no one can tell you that you're a legend if you don't tell yourself you're a legend. So I can't allow myself to slow it down, into a scienza and pretend as if you know better than us. No one is better, but if I know something and I can see that you don't know what I know, so I can't allow you to teach me what you don't know, what I know it. I don't know it in the sense. So it's very important. So as a director, you must understand the frame. You must understand the shot. What is a frame? What is a shot? It's very important as a director. And make sure we have an end. And even you don't know how to edit, but have an idea of editing. Let me repeat again. Even you don't know how to edit, but have an idea of editing. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, you are clear. Thank you.
Yes, sir?
Is it possible for a script writer ukuthi aphinde achange abe i-director? Because kahle kahle inakhuzana i-story suke saziwa kahle kahle i-script writer ukuthi kufanele sihambe kanjani.
Okay. You're talking to me. Now, if I write the script, yes, I want to direct my own script. And it's very important to direct your own script. But if you can't direct, it's very important to get a director. Because sometimes, as I'm saying, we need to direct because that thing need a timing, a fast timing and a patient and something that you know. Because of I can write the script, then Miss Moore I can't direct. Let me repeat it again. I can be best when it comes to write, but poor to direct. Yes, the script is more, but behind the scene, directing your call is weak. So it's very important to make a best relationship with someone that's going to direct your story. Tell him about the story. Go deep about the story. Tell him the fact about the story and what the story means to you. So it's going to be easier for her or to him to direct your feeling. And be there on set. And tell him that, Chief, I let the time me bad. I didn't, because of most of the time while I'm directing, my boss was there in Devon last week. I was always calling the writer. Nona, come. Tell us about this scene. Then that girl gonna tell us, gonna tell me, when you like this, and I have to smile and I have to add. Even I want to change it, but I mustn't change it as if like because of a method. Let me change it. I change it with a smile and put it. I don't know, it makes sense. You must know when Jennifer say, I don't know which makes sense. I know which I put something inside your head, but I'm valid. I'm not choice. You have to be agree with me. I don't know how which I'm making sense. So it's very important to direct your own script because of who was you go to school now. But have a relationship with someone that know how to direct. Make that person to be face AT when I be a director, so that as you get the service will be easier. Don't want to face AT and direct the script. It's one thing, especially if you don't have experience of directing. Yes, direct your script, but do you have experience now? No, I don't have. But so have a relationship with someone that have experience, so that you guys can spend more time looking at the script. Then it's gonna be easier for you when you direct it, put it this way. Then because what you write in there in the script, don't think it's gonna be exactly the way when you put them now you just write the big house, but you don't know what that because talking about is the same vision there when you buy it. So it's very important to go where you're going and look at the I want them to be on the balcony. Why? Because of the time you're writing, you know you're establishing that house is Kulmangai. Then it's easier for you you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes as writers you just write big house, the taxi, then once you find out the big house, as he told, the taxis as I told, Amatuna as I told, then what's gonna happen? It's not this year. So make sure when you write the script, do your research. Mama, you're gonna give me the house. Okay. Chief, you're gonna give me your taxis. I'm gonna use your shop. If they agree, then you sit down and write the script. Then you're gonna simply write something that you know which is over a ganja. It's very important before write the script. So the current, the upcoming writers, they just write a lightning, Godzilla, the aeroplane crash, the Hulk comes. Where are you gonna get that perfect production? You can't, don't have budget for that. Not LA, Marvel Studios, Avengers to do that. Here you don't have. So when you write, before you can sit down and do the script, let's go ask those things, let's just learn some scripts, then you start to write if they are agree. So it's very important to direct the script. If you can't direct it, have a relationship and tell the person that's going to direct it, which is Funanaja, and be there when they shoot it. Don't be like this telenovelas playing Showmax, Niggas script here, Kala, which Bamushito Kesama Desin, Abama, Jemasin Martin. Never as Jemasin Martin. The director will letter in digital, when as a writer will letter as a paper. I don't know what I'm making sense. That it is what it is.
So is it possible for an actor to freestyle during the scene?
Okay, freestyle, babies and
Improvise.
Yeah, improvise. It's not important. It's not important to improvise. Because of when you change the shot, guys, when you improvise, you could not interpret. When you change the shot, it's no longer Zorala, saving it. When you take another shot, it's now calm, it's no longer, you understand? You need to come here, I need him now, you change the shot. And your face expression won't be the same. So the problem with editing, you're going to be confused because of, you change the so cartel. There is another thing. When you change the shot, they must open so meaning so hama different so I don't like which I want to improvise because of the stories then so it's better if you can spice via abo. Okay, ungenza manje. I understand. You put the spice. Because of this capacity, just say ungenza manje. When on your own, ngama action, ungafaka leso spice, ngama action how uzoyiphika kanjani for uzophuma kanjani. Same you see like how a character kaputas angakhona. Kumele ahlale nesticks, kumele asikhotha khona, understand. Lezi zinto asifaka yena ku character yakhe, osibhildela i-character yakhe. Understand? Le ndlela asenzela yona ngendlela yakhe. So it's very important, guys. If party improvise, do it, but don't forget what you said. Go first shot. Because if I hate that, because of upcoming actors, our film get a man. I showed there's a movie that tried in humanity. Okay, do this. But the Kulma why? Guys, if camera pay when you turn your line, just chill. So if the editor is gonna be easier for you, which I'm not short here. So when I'm able because of camera, face on your face, guys, finish your dialogue, then you cut. Others say I didn't finish because of director didn't say cut. How could we cut while we're talking? You can't cut because we keep on talking. So yes, improvise, but don't forget what you said before. I'm saying improvise, but don't forget what you said in the first shot. Then number 2, on my film, I don't like in there was a way about to improvise because of I'm an editor too. I know which lessons into zakataza zako. I'm a taswe to ashinchama dialogue, the lines is giving us a problem to editing. Then on my side I don't like the actor improviser. I rather write the script again, rather parts and send them and say, I did the additional scene, this is your lines. That's how I work. You got it?
Yeah.
Yes, do it, but don't forget what you said in the first shot. Stick on the line that you spoke on your own. We done with questions? Okay.
Because the script is very much important for what is story call. So how can you write a script, you balanjani, all those things until the stories as your pen as a script writer?
Okay. And the introduction, which means it's my first session will see Chande. Okay, it's guys, you all storytell. You can write a script about your day to day. Everyone is storytell. Everyone is storytell. For instance, if I can, because of one day I'll say you're gonna shoot the movie of your day, yanamhlanje. Up until the script understand, like the whole day today. So more part of script is something that can and research. What are you writing with? Do you have a knowledge about what you're writing with? Did you talk about those people they have the same sickness that you're writing with? It's very important. We are avoiding this thing of about the example in television, miscarriage, but I didn't sit down and do what to miscarriage. I'm telling you, feel like and such. In pilot parallel, we give her that a character of miscarriage, then we ends are wrong. Then they're starting to post on my Facebook. You guys, why are you busy making joke about this miscarriage thing? How would you answer a joke? As a writer, you didn't do the deep research of the character of the scene. We balance a pair, then I perform wrong because of it will form a script. You understand? Then we perform a wrong law, then because of it funded the balance upon. Whichever way is the line say she had a miscarriage, then she cried, then she laughed, then she was scene two. You understand that scene we fade out. Next time I'll be have a miscarriage. I want to I learned from that movie. When I face things like this, I'm gonna solve it. You understand? But when I script is man is a promo scene fast. So it's very important to if it's a thug, I'm a criminal, it's simple which each and every case have that madara or that imchi that was that thing before we were washed and then becoming better. I'm writing the script now. So the script is about thug. So I don't want to do isn't this wrong with when you watch the movie, this thing is fake. You don't live like this. Here's my paper, here's my pen. Tell me, the first thing my child hopa, esama gangster, bayenza. Sibani meeting hlaba sonke senyameni. So kafula. Askada slide namuntu esifazana ngilelo month lonke because of uzosinda. You understand? Okay. Then you know when you come to script, I'll go simple because of this thing is come from someone who has experience. You understand? Ngithengisa umbila laphana. We sit down, mama, ngicela imbila ethu. But before ngithenga mama ngicela ungitshele mama, uqala uthengisa ngoba isikhathi. Tell us wenza malini? Ungathengi. Then mafika endlini urecta kanjani? Uthola ukuthi akunashiko, ositshela ukuthi bazothenga. You understand? Hey, bani yami. Ngibeka amanzi ebholi water izif ngizopheka ipapa until abantwana balale then mabasebalele ngicima isitofu because kunabuphi just start ukubajuda. You see those things. Then when you write the script you proceed ngaleso story because of our life now sifuna ama-clarity how to solve it. You need a solution. You watch TV because of you need a solution. You write script because of you need a solution. You don't do things because of just for fun. Guys, listen to what you do things just for fun. Now we need solutions. So now if we're now introducing someone who's selling the scopers in the corner, then it's in that case time. Paying the ganja is going to be a problem for us. Because we are interested to see. Even now, I want to know which if could have a conin, I wish to know that. But if when you write a script essential, I'll watch your story because of I'm interested to know about that. But if you didn't do the research, your story is always arm of your story, so don't show us what you're interested to. In the sense. So when you write something, let's do the deeper research. So that this talks to culminateness and tell the truth. We're watching this job because of I learn with these people about things in your if they no one or tell me them. Then in future, when some of my friends or my family or me, I'm going to experience that thing of saying something, I must know which I watched that movie. I saw it is hard to say things like this. Then that's where we have to take it serious. And after watching your movie, no one gonna laugh people that were suffering because of this is hard. But before you write the movie, I don't think I'm not purpose. I don't think it's got to one film series. But if you write a movie, according to research is on the simple which guys, this people is hard for them. It's hard. Makabuya necathulo zakhe ungathenga agijimela abantwana lady you can't take abantwana bamsibuyile babheka ama-plastic yile zecathulo akunascopers akunayiniso ukudla kuphelile so utshela abantu ukuthi labantu laba bahamba indlela enzima singabathatheli cheap. It's hard for them. They are trying. Mabathengile maybe ngalo 250 ubelenze nge-5 rand. Mina ngilenze nge-5 rand ngento ngekhabisi le 250 azosibonisa semafutha wala student athenge nekere ukuthi ube nesmell for abantwana then kudliwe. Lezi zinto mele if you have a research is easy ukuthi thina we interested to watch those things. Hayi into zozikhipha endleleni things icathulo then uyabhala after 5 years sekahamba ngechief. What kind of story is that? How? Simbona Thunga then after 5 years sekasechipini. You see, you didn't tell us the story. So you want to deep, go deeper. That is why a story in our 3 genres. Starter, middle, ending. Starter introduce the character introduce what's happening in the story. Kulahleke umntwana na umntwana bamtshontsha bahamba naye. That's introduction of the story. Which means this story is all about itshontsha komntwana. Then semaphakathini sebayamfuna abantu. The middle of the story. Abazali sebamfuna babiza amaphoyisa kansen mphakathi mbazo. You see, which means semaphakathini sekulola ufuna komntwana. Then end of the story sekatholakala umntwana. So sihamba nga-3. If uluza kulezi ezi-3 imqalo isiphakathi isiphetho isitori sohamba lo. So kumele sazi ukuthi isitori masiqala is all about what. Emaphakathini so that if ubukela ku-Van Damme iyocala u-Van Damme afika ngebhek afike angazi indaba. Oh, usendaweni engayazi. Fika amajita sekawashaya kakade yeah. Oh, lento afika kuyo yiqhaka. Then fike ke esihamba neboss zimshaya gigigi. Oh, okay. Yena ahambe ayifuna umuntu azomjimisa amshayisa itrash. Oh, senyasibona le story lezi. It's all about Van Damme. Waba nobhuti wakhe. Bashaya isipana khonti saphuka. Wayefuna umuntu azomjimisa. Okay. Says in the middle of the story. Sekazi kakade. Sekawushaya noma ubani lapha. Says nesiphetho la kuzolwa iboss no Van Damme. Wonke umuntu sekafila ama-trusted afile sekusebona bethubi. Isiphetho lesi. Emqaleni sibonile kwenzakala. Nayazi passport la nobhuti wakhe ambosibane khona. So it's the same thing. Bamphule uFan Damme base bamtrain as the middle of the story. Semaphakathini manje sesiyemphelweni. Sebamtraina ukuthi ayoshala umjida kuphela. Uqale nge-introduction yakhe ngoba nobhuti oliboxing bamphusipane khoti sasemaqaleni lapha sibiza nge-segment. That's our first segment. So first dila nge-first segment mabakushaye mabashaya ubhuti wakhe safara wabona bakubhule and such. Now second segment emphakathini we-story trainer ukulu. That's the middle of the story. The most thing sekwazi ukudubula sekwazi ukushaya is the middle of the story. Sesempheleni. Because if you train them as a car, there's a problem. Uzoba ubani this guy I don't Steven Sekai, the person that I don't want his movie. Because of that people no man ngaba million, unshano no man ngaba million. Only nega kuingisho ne lead a lot of shooting club. So I don't watch kind of movie because of angenza ngwelos. I'm zona umuntu ongashaya guys. I don't watch a movie where the ring is ngashaywa. Ufan Damme ukhensi ukuthi ushaya sana nama blue eye but wina eyes win. I hate that ukuthi manje sinje no shaya. Ubhekele mafika ukuthi awu kanjalo. So that kind of movie that's why I watch only horrors. I only watch horrors. Zabuya la gobi. Zabuya la kuma horror. Lapha akuna ukuthi ubani hysteria zabuya into engichaza ukuthi choose nathi sibukele gcina so ubukele ngelifeli one. I'm interested kama movie kanjalo. So iscript sisenza kanjalo sisenze research about what you want to write about because of yini nonke la ngizofuna iscript se-16 June. I want to call abantu from my cousin to watch a 16 June film age. So from today nelenazi ukuthi ngizofuna kube student all of you nibhalile script 16 June. I don't need our Hector Peterson, I only need Tina Sizenzele, our own story set. And I need a president, Tina our own, also a president. In 30 minutes, I know what's a Google class. And they say, please, I'm a bias again, which should I need so full uniform. And then Bachelor Man will spares in uniform, green white. So, it's over here today. Here, Funam fans of our input in Ibadan on your own. Go the president, knows the story. So, when comes someone come make a plan, Siben Abalumian and Zilaba Abazo Trita, Abo Mama Betuma Kishini, Abo those things. As you see, Nara was I want you to kill all these plants. So those things So by 16 June funa beyobukelwa le film ye 16 June. So mostly lokuqabanga ukuthi ibe njani on your own, so that manizoqala phansi nizobhala nonke, because kumele kube lonke umuntu kumele abe ne-input. Ngifuna isima evele ukuthi yaplana yini la scene, imaplane la scene, so izobe yena that one. So which means kumele sishute nje boma March, April, May, Saturday yaku-editing 16 June yakugela. So ngegqoka form, we invite only umuntu ogqoka form sibukele la together. Interesting,
Quite interesting. Yeah, ngicela ukubuza ukuthi because esikhathini esiningi kwesinye isikhathi ukubone i-story sidlala from the beginning until the end, but uthola ukuthi leso story siyabhora, maybe in 30 minutes time sloku awuboni direction ukuthi siya kuphi story, so kufanele uqale ukubona nini ukuthi i-story siya kuphi noma si ne-interest, because ngeke ngabheka kakhulu ama stories wama Nigeria ukuthola ukuthi story maybe idlala 4 hours, but uzokhona ukuhlala that 4 hours the way stories ngakhona silandelana ngakhona.
Yeah, that's a good question. When mina ngapha eMzansi zonke into Zampo I don't know. I only watch Ito only 2 stories, and as which is on I made a mistake. You know why Zina sense Ito Zanapunzans? We're doing this for money. That's the first mistake. Ito Yenze money. You end up saying 90 cents. That's a mistake. Check Nigerians there. Check the Nigerians. And I want you to open up behind the scene and look how they use their shooting the equipment. This story is boring because if you want to do this for money, that's where the problem starts. Because of you get the slot of 8:30 every day. You don't use it because of you're chasing the money. You go there to eat money, instead you recruit the creative scriptwriters. But you don't recruit them. You know, it tells you, man, check and to do that you share a story. It's all about the market to pay it, then I'm going to Dubai to eat money, a television. There's a telenovela that is currently playing. I don't understand you, I'm lost. I'm lost every day. When I watch that story, I don't know what to do. At least, that story, guys. It's very important if I want to write a story with Towaza, and I get the writer from Towaza, or I'm sitting with someone that Towaza in and out. It's very important. Because if I will go to Sentin and tell that guy with the chief, write a story about Towaza, that person knows nothing about Towaza. That's how the story is going to go us, because of this person don't know nothing about Towaza. You don't know nothing about Towaza. That person only press the gate gonna open. Only press, then the lights open. You see the shower. Hey man, you need a Vascom car here. You need a Vascom car. You need someone that want to pee, must go outside, or kitchen, or toilet, then flash up until the person, wow. You can't write a Towaza script while you know what you don't know Towaza, only know the name. When you go jacuzzi, you must get someone that you know in and out about the place. That's the best thing you must know. If you must write about Kato, you must know someone who knows Kato. What is Kato? What is the meaning of Kato? Must know what is the meaning of Kato. You see, if you don't know the meaning of Kato, but you're busy writing the script about the Kato, is only a problem for you. You must know why they call this place a Towaza. Why that place is a Kato. What is to do, sir? You see those things. If you don't know, which don't have a key about those things, yes, with whatever you're gonna write there is gonna be something else. So the problem of the story Sipor from A to Z is these producers of hiring people who don't have any idea about the situation of the place. You see, she from Tembisa. I can't write about Tembisa. I must see if someone that from Tembisa. Chief, tell me about Tembisa. What do you know about Tembisa? Yes. Tembisa. Last week they just shot the mistress in there to often stand the 12 day promoter gate. Yo, and you nothing a promoter every park. Yes. I'm about to shoot some talent. Don't you know? I understand. Oh, yeah, this could man. Okay, yeah, oh. Okay, tell me. Ikhaya ikuphi lapha eThembisa kaDili lama bathi mawuphuma lapha na speak ama phone say I understand but if ngizohlala naye right she from the suit then ngithi yena nje kathaba nje uyalike siwe izwa umsiwe yena topic awuveza yena thaba I understand because of experience thing yawe what's happening so now if I'm gonna like proper about because of his lying on this day. And now later this is well, you know guys, I will tell you the story. You know, if you know this telenovela, Estela Half-6, SBC. That story I can't say the name because of an impatal for diagnosis. So that story they know what they're doing because it's been 10, maybe 11 years. How many years now? But you never saw them about the storyline. You never got the storyline. Each and every day. Because of they use abantu khona. They know abantu ukuthi sikwabantu ezala ngazi onamongazi. Then kube nesinye kanje story. Thatha umuntu wathapha ngaleso story siba busy. Because of these people, they don't know the place, they don't know the background about the place, but telling us, and like it's a lie. Because one man, Mabafagi money, I'm sorry, baby, you have to go to Dubai. Funny, Okon. Banana. Togoza, sure. 80,000 rand of pound. Ithokoze isekakhe ithokoza amele ugibele esibhedlela uyethi simali 3 benze zawo. You see, and the nation they wrong because of wena ufuna imali. You need money. When you need money, ungibhala nje kuphela engenini imali na 80,000 second episode. Second episode yazi abona lo mama ngipile ngibone nyana nje lapha escripting ngibone lo mama ngipile hayi miyeke ignore that mother bhala nyenye scene right having bachaeva but no 4,000 I understand that isn't just bulala because of money sifini imali asinandaba ukuthi you telling people the truth or what imali. That's why content yasemzansi ifa because of you now doing this for money. Watching zinensizwa watch is do hlala kwabafile lisilo. These people bebananda nemali but even yesterday we were watching what hlala kwabafile leso story sa 93 but sasibuke the content the drama because the people are hungry bebananda nemali. These people were rating 24 rand. Take stories. Even now you can Google Lisilo. Watch Lisilo and come back next week, don't do it. Then you compare that with watch those stories. That's why I said Chile is killing us, guys. It's killing us. Because we're doing this for your honor. How can you honor? It's fine. Now I can say you are not a counselor of here at home. I give you 50 million. You know what to do. I won't. You know what to do. You know. So money is killing our industry, guys. It's killing our industry. Because of now, you guys want to act because of one money. You want to be famous so you can have money. Is what I'm saying. Money is killing our industry. You don't have drama, no. You don't have telenovela. You don't have services now. Because of they chasing money. You promise them best services, then when they pay you, you run away, then you give the amateurs writers to write. That's the receipt that you promise us. And it's a loss for us. What the character? I want you guys to understand that you portray a character. No, we're not scared. I was crazy. You know, if you have this book, Mr. Fanny, you must know as you never start to pay Latina when it comes to 18. This one. So don't keep that much if you don't scared. Okay, and what is very important about the character, when you receive the script, is to communicate with the director, to tell you about your background. To know about your background of the character is not your duty. It's a director's duty and script writer's duty. To know about the background character, you must ask your director, because of obviously the scriptwriter, he did tell her or tell him about the characters, the character. So it's gonna be easier for you to portray the character if you know the background of the character. It is gonna be easier for you. Who's the character? Where does the character come from? The vision of the character. What's the character chasing? What is the favorite thing of the character? By knowing those things, it's going to be simple for you to perform each and every character that they're going to give you. Again, who's the character? What is the favorite thing of the character? What is the genre music that the character likes? So there's many things that you have to know, so that when the scene is saying Thomas is listening to music, you know what kind of music that you must listen on that scene, because of you know what's the favorite music of the character. So it's a part of the background of the character. You must know the character very well. You must know the character more than you know yourself. So it is very important. It's a reason why most of the talent nowadays they smoking drugs when an editor, because of they don't want to lose to be in character. Because of starting to portray the character very strong. Then when starting to lose and say, now I'm getting tired, and let me go and smoke so that I can be in the same level. And it's very dangerous. That is some of the time it's good to pray, and must pray so hard when you get the character. When they say, boy, you must have a character, that's pray so hard. Pray so hard, because of you'll end up often pillar your character and you end up so losing iman there. And you'll end up to want to smoke much drugs because of now don't want to lose energy again. Because people are always tired of So lose viewers by doing those things each and every day. You have to do something. Every time. So you must pray so hard. When you master the character, you must pray so hard to please be with me. But you might lose. Don't use any injection or anything which will stick to that character. So by knowing the background of the character is very important. You master the character every day. When you wake up, you know what music you must listen to. You must know what the first thing you do every time when you wake up. You go to music, or you go to open the water to the bathroom, then you go to music after, or you start by deep breath and blood, anything. It's very important, those things. If your director, scriptwriter don't break that thing down, it's going to be a problem for you. So let's say I'm playing Tom. Tell me what the first thing that I'm doing in the morning. You look at your phone, man. Every time you look at your phone, then you go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, open the shower while the shower is busy showering there. You go to play music, then you can dancing. Once you master, and this is very important, guys, believe me. This is very important. It is very important because of you must make sure you know your character in and out. You know your character as you know yourself. It's very important to ask the director, even the script writer, tell me about my character. What's the thing that I'm doing first thing in the morning? I'm in a relationship. If I'm in a relationship, can you tell me about who's controlling the relationship? It's him or it's me? In this relationship, who's disappointing every time? Who's naughty? Who's starting to kiss between men? Who always says sorry? Those things are very important. If you get a character, on that character you guys are in a relationship. When arguing, who's always apologizing? Who's making each and every time we're at the floor with this guy? It's very important to know that. Believe me, you won't lose the character. Everything's gonna be straight when you perform your character. So, by doing the research about the background, because we must know you play potato, you love music, R&B, or you love piano. By saying you love piano, you already know your clothes. You understand? Okay, I love piano. Okay, I get it. Compare research. Compare life. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, my so. Okay. You understand? You know which now, as you're gonna play the piano thing, you must know which. But Mampoga needed to which. If Umti, you get it as in. Or phone call me, and the phone money right now. But what's that say? Who touches waking out? You see those things, it's very important. So, your research of your character, they're important. From the kitchen to the bathroom, or via. And so, I get it, Vosho. To so hard. I understand why? Because you understand the character is a piano dancer. You love piano, that person. Not to have a script, who fundi line any time. It's the morning, you perform, then you don't have any idea when you wake up, what's happening. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Then another thing, audition. How to pass the audition. First thing audition, some of the audition, they need to take the video of your profile, the Q stage, often Tata is late, where you talk about telling them about your name, where you're from, and they even want you to take your site profile, and others of you receipt, Tiba Begele, but which you make and especially Tomazana or Nabane part, on which Begale, Begele, that thing. And the audition, to pass the audition, you must know about what you audition for. Most of the time, our black artists, they fail the audition because they don't know what they're auditioning for. It's very important. I see you waking up, you go in Nyabuma audition, Kula production. Original for in, I'm auditioning here. It's very important to know what you're auditioning for. Hobo, street kid, what? Historis Funami. Historis Funami. Then it's gonna be easier for you to okay fine because of it's a romantic, which means I must know those lines of bad charm and do those things because of me preparing the audition from yesterday. So I know what tomorrow audition for it. But then there's what you guys must say, you fail the audition. Or permanent the audition and then when you arrive there, you hear someone talking about Ushaga Zulu inside, then you change your mind, you go Uzoeza Ushaga Zulu now. Then you fail the audition. Puma again and don't change your mind. They seem like a penalty. This is a penalty. Mamsukana you cover left, Maso cover say I'm right, cover apart. Because of in only lost it is a lost, name yourself lost as some the is coming in. You must know day before you enter in. No one must change your mind. Don't allow anyone from audition to change your mind. And then make sure that you start to audition from the door. Be character from the door. Not this thing of yours, which in Genella Pana, Niseras and Serasi, Massacity audition. So, you understand that, which means, guys, Osangena audition home, be ready. Be the same person also perform. If you say that, my call for many young because of you start to audition Basaba, it's a reason what many Basale by young day, but people say, look at what's happening come to Russia and because Peggy they don't know because of you are not prepared. Start the audition immediately about next. Yeah! Sangona. Okay, your name? My name is blah 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 blah. Okay, as I go already. Who me? You go. Sometimes name production introduces up. Makeup ya kwa pengine makeup. Omusange mutani. Okay. So since I'm put. So now, yeah, just to perform, my thank you. Aye. Basta izana. Nyabo. Thomas, kwanza wanataka you wala popular perform again. Na mama, they will perform the so you must do sangene nyamo you already win audition. So once you enter that door, different emotion also audition it's a fail, it's a no. That's why these people they watch you there. What they won't get like this. All of them. They want to see with you in character now. So you can't come serious. They must audition as your child. Mzito, start your Mzito from at the door. Start your Mzito from at the door. So the actor must make sure to pass your audition, be prepared from yesterday, and make sure another thing you perform. Immediately when you enter the door, that's how you start the audition. The other say, okay, thank you. Introduce yourself first. Which means as long you grip, what grip? But if you're a master from the door, they won't stop you up until you come here. And you're going to perform after. Then you introduce yourself after. But if was a lapad and Bangladesh, oh, Chico, let's start an introduction. Must know which whatever is in the lapad as the dream. There's no one who will stop you. It's you. So let's start our audition from the door. Let's do it at home first. Do it at home first. Do it at home first. The time of figure out how Sissy Trame, you get on young, no one get on young Kitty Mao, or the pants then so pressure. Get up in that time. Oh, over now, then kitchen will go. You put to right. Right. But when you just says, when you almost don't cheat, you can't allow it to happen. I 27 at all. So you don't say apart. 27. I call her. You'll take me and send me the WhatsApp, send the Ushuguti. My ends are the end. It's not going to ask that I'm not going to push an off fire and now follow young, now follow young, after the kitchen and I'll get the things go. As I understand, with her, audition have been cut in Canada from audition. Believe me. It's a pop. So it's very important for you to back up certain opinion. Because we're getting bored because we start looking and harm and feeling inside your name, your in that's why even your best actor. But then I'm not so good because of spoiling too much in front of so I want you guys to stop that. Mfunumuntu ngaziwashi intana yakho yona umntana student wakho yayithi mhlolo angena sinazidahla sakavala iminyango akhipile awuqinisile athi bangangeni wagijimela lapha ngoba lector manje kolishimo ngapha yakhala ngapha ngithi nyabanye ukuthi ngingami so by process ufuna ukuperforma into lapha ngifuna ishima so it's very important to pass audition more prepare for seminar. If you can do the blood, when it's blood, you bring a tumor, you got to shy of a young because I had a Babatella Pogutag and so me by Melon and our pain as a move. Sure, that's what was too, sir. Ula, but you got that. Plummy. Okay. Next audition. Never. Zumba is done. One day. If you know this week. But one day is over with TSS. Without it, ash. I want a T-Penning gun. Here's the school in 2018 I won. I'm auditioning to Mando. At Agana monologue for against audition. Numbers 2 said you need a money for audition. Into my hands on another fan, just stand there. Kokotela bazali bakho thina amazathu phasile bakokotela bavule dira ngokokota but shinji ama-emotion wakho ama-expression and ukhala start from here lokhu kokota nje bangavuli abantu ukhala I don't know who said you must stand and do the monologue and such thing because these people bakupha i-pressure bafuna ukuthi impompe that's why they're going to ask you what monologue that you're going to perform uzivulele wona nje. But I call everything from me, I put drama TV here. Don't want to ask you about the monologue and such. No one. And for sure, from Angena, I'm going to get my paper results about the dead and home dead from China dead. I happened until I then it was the first time to my woman in our first time ever who is audition thing monologue thing to rasa thing anything thing out to influence the but by sugale to hear don't be easy with people sala pe ni so guru luchi bainga so guru luchi bakone para kone nyema special kha sabe kuna bani mongena So we let uthi believe me, I know this. Bahle so we useza amadolo siwaqaqele sungise nebhalansi soqaba umjika. What I'm saying, you won't sit here this time. So ukuthi hayi schedule something la iminyiko ayijabhede kubi. Bayeke baphume bayokulamula eminyango usuka igazi lakho bathela ubalindile. Uzopho indeed. Uzopho. Then uzoyenza ama-profile after ke masuqedile. Babuza ukuthi hawu manje eminyango ya mina ngibe prepare for my naseTexini because of ngeyilanga lami lokwenza i-art today because of that audition from ending nje kusuke nje ngimnandi naseTexini khothele ukubhadala because of you understand that babona ukuthi umuskonti khohlwa legend so drama razimele imvuseni drama so that's the key. That's a secret of winning audition. That one is the secret of winning audition. Start it from the door or start it from outside. Ngaphandle nto ngayiqala usongayaqala nangaphandle laphana obayenzele umuntu ticket baphume bonke ithi ngokumbazele kubo. So ngayiqala from there outside. Because art is all about art. There's no mutuamasudu, there's no president, it's art. Then another thing must then have to what you call, because of when it comes to Maban recorder from a profile, but we go to the seminar. That's why most of them are to take the camera while they still but to manipulate. If I will somehow shaking Zapam beside you must know that. If you are not relaxed, zapambisa ala audition banokuthatha bathi makhuluminesi imanje kuphela then uthi so mawuthuka icamera audition which means esetini musuyofaka thamathi action 15 minutes shooting because there's lights, there's you see. So by doing that, guys, you must make sure uchi there's different understand. Like you training yourself, like you see, like you will put so that over relaxed, we share a camera. Then, my name is Thomas from Rivali. I'm going to shoot the character set. You see, we relax. Wow. So they are very important because of if my name is once a problem because of most of the pegada mashuta ugula ipegako and which is totally. So we have to relax, guys. Why is audition na kule grand then must you have profile them? It's a thing. It's a thing. So he lessons into this notice. Busu when you menu training, busu massage, busu bako. Before can perform anything, we tell them no more do and what you be relaxed, they are relaxed and own you see. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Cool food, trust me, they are very important. So listen to this as a Kuma audition, Zibalegi, and don't allow yourself to change the hairstyle after audition up until they do so. Write it down. That one is very important. Kabelo head off, remove your head there. Remove your head. If you do audition like this, they like the character, this character. Then imagine tomorrow when you come, you call people who need to guys, you can't say we take you if I stand. That is why I come audition when you pass the audition, but okay, Chief, can you please cut your hair? We like you. Have you ever experienced that? You will. Okay, we like you, Chief. I don't know. Can you please remove your hairs? You see, remove your. But if about to remove anything, you must know what they like this. So then most of people they think what to pass audition, it's a metric dance. You must go there so loud, so those people battle for passing the course of, they see their face, they see everything. Hama ulo kunjala bantu bona bashuto okay unga amagraduate ungakhona so washintsha kule. Then when tomorrow you call back so shayini kanye chisco ukundena la uthene zazi. Absolutely passing in audition. Then that's the thing isn't what is fair. Small audition. Ungashintsha ukuthi yakho kuma audition. Don't change your look. It's very important. Don't even ask with Nashi China style guys have a phone forward. I need dresses out. And don't think what you pass all the audition. Don't give up Mutu or pass an audition. You still gonna book more audition. Saso Pampa, I ask Pasazo Carter, but a from OCC, Yali Sacre. So Navigating from Yali, then Buzon Gana Yali. You must expect things like that. And those things mustn't make you to give up in this industry. Don't give up in the industry. That's very important. So I don't know any question about the audition home and other thing. Any question? And what you want to know, Footy?
After auditioning, do I have to stay in character or I can wait for them after they pay me and I can stay out of the character?
Yeah, you know sometimes if it thinks it's yours, it's yours. You can pass the character and say, because one mistake that we do, we like to overdo things, overdo it. Yes, it was nice, but now you're going us. You know that thing. Man, I don't like you to do things too much. After a person thing, I'm very hard. Or maybe I wait for script outside. I understand. How very hard. Because of when you overdoing it, it's gonna say poor. Because of so you overdo it too much, you must need a. You understand what I'm saying? So don't over rating like those things you're imagining. Okay, Ruboli Kamadi, that's over. I don't know so quite okay, Baba Tauta, it took us a chief, to lost fan. And I want to say that I said that I said that. So I like you to say, guys, after we do our count, let's go back home. I understand? Yeah, I ask our boss. After I do, I think, okay, I will share it. Thank you. How about that? Unless wait for a script to perform, which means it's not direct for you. It's not direct for you. Then you can start prepare because most of the time after that thing, they give you the script. Take the script. You're gonna perform this. No matter your own, now this is script. Then more still go on to because of another chance to be more powerful than because you know scenario to go now by expecting then that's just gonna be on a better level than the one you got it? Yeah, got it. Okay. Another question by audition, or why do you notice most of the time come audition? Or maybe we did the audition better than who, but if I'm killing now, those things, I want to know such things. Okay. So, how you talk about audition? We go to carry audition. Okay. Now, how can it cut our set? On set. No, it's 11:30. No, don't write it, it's 11:30. 11:30 until 12, yeah? Yeah, we need outside, about the number of about the time and such until Kwalela. Okay, can I have a question on trainer or onset? The first thing you must know, parking on set. You're talking about the talent actors on set, not the crew.
Can I have a question, please? Okay, before we go down, if uthola ukuthi wenza ama-audition iziphi izinto efanele uzibheke ma-character wenza ama-audition,
Okay.
yeah, let's say you're a producer or something, which thing efanele uzibheke ma-character or ilizivele or ikhawuthile?
It depending of the way I heard the script, ngifuna ukuthi leyo character ibe kanjani. As fun, and the one that thing is in some of them majority zizoba khona.
Okay.
Because of if ngizothi now I need you to be a businessman with a movie, so the kind of businessman ngikhuluma ngumuntu osomatekisi, ngikhuluma ngebusinessman ukuthi owner club. So now when it comes to osomatekisi, we already know what you're this bar. You're going to have it's obvious. Which means I'm the enemy of other taxi owners as a taxi owner. Yeah. And another thing, ngiyazi ukuthi uhlala nomfazi unabantwana abayi-2, it's a omdala 18 years and 8, and nalo we 5 let me say we 8 years kune primary. So now you're overprotecting abantwana because of even they don't face you directly, but they have to face backlanding abantwana so that can keep a game in our taxi drive. So now in my background, I'm to show you mountains to married to and overprotected for abantwana bako. You have your wife very well. You can stop anything from Baswako. But the business level focus you most of the time, it's the Yamatex, which means siba powerful when it comes to amasini wako wamateksi. Mone mamitini, there's a guard abakatile, abanye outside, cars. You see those things, sniper, they hiding there, protecting you in this fire and so Rama research was with him, and I will only give you the brief of saying a taxi owner, two kids, one wife, you love your wife very like so deeply love your wife and your kids, but the daughter one, you treat them comes to the daughter one. So the background of Payona, the two lengths of Payona, when your homework is to go and approach the taxi owner so that doesn't get as of get the why you have to approach the one is the one is my own understanding. I understand as a writer or a producer. So when I as a performer, you must get the one also gets the understanding. I don't know performing meaning so understanding the producing the writing. When I'm used to the performing with how you're gonna perform when I get then you understand the performing. Then it's gonna be easier for them also perform a lot because of the time we learn perform. Meaning learning how I'm gonna direct it and in the script I'm gonna write it. As Negis is funny, more to story, or actor, no director. Or director, Segas Fagin to Zaki. You know, actor, Segai perform. I'm a few gentles, I'm a category, I'm a category, our final about 2. As in a living of fun now, it's the same thing, man. As in talent, money to tell me about, and we'll pay 5 minutes. Let me say, let me give you a 30 seconds. Whoever is stopwatch eseduze. Stopwatch efonini eseduze. Ngongena kuwatch sisiyavela nothing to be telling you talk.
How many minutes?
Okay. And for now, ukupha 1 minute. Tell us about your journey today as a storyteller. So, if nobody different between me and I, as a producer and writer, then we will show my 1 minute. Tell us about when by coming down, and everything. Okay. And action.
Okay, so whatever it's I was no good in my mind, saw the problem, direction being I asked. So I'm gonna do everything I need, cover, you see. After that, I decided to know. Let me go to a group because my family in a location. Press the location, so after that, I'm starting as I'm going to get with the camping up on the freeway according to the location your phone. Yeah, until as an figure. So I get 80 Friday, I was waiting until
Okay.
51 seconds. 51 seconds.
Alright. So then based on that, you need to learn it. Which you must say yes. So, fanafike mangivuka ngithi mangifuna training ngiyacaba ukuthi awuyazi bantwana besikhele kuba mnandi first day bakhumbulene 2022 zakhe akekho umuntu benayingendelanga lela senokubeni kwami obviously ngishaya music ngishaya track isiphithiphithi secrew ngaphandle ngiyaqaba ukuthi ayizana ke ayamandla njiza akho alright ile nto kuthatha ibhafu ziyabambeka isikhathi esana ngilate and basically sizovele siwakhe nama-keyboards ukuthi hayi uwokhina ngesimele lesithi senze sithi uba ngibizele intwana-ke yes yo hayi so ngithe intwana hamba kubona umamlambo yabo sothola imali yokugibela ukuthi size isiphethe equipment everything isigalo wonke umuntu ready nesikhathi sesibambile yabo then kwenzakaleni ngitshela intwana vaya-ke ukhuluma nebondo khiphe izulu ukuthi sifike la ayo intwana adolelwa ngibuze ukuthi kwenzakaleni sithi isikhathi 1 minute and wenile wonke amakhanda awonile afocusing because I'm telling the story is break it down and yikho ngisho ukuthi ngeke silalele ngokufana right what so mina mangisibeka ngifuna ukusibekela as a writer into engistoryteller ngifaka ama-flavor uyangithola ukuthi then ngitshele-ke ngithema kakokoda ngithi kumele angene intwana yo okay fine ungenile nasambona nawe uyangena isimali sakhe mina ngishaya umhaha because of ngiyazi ukuthi enze flop umuntu ama-flop samazi ukusamanga noma ungabuzoba umuntu ama-flop onifana ukuthi uzenzele zakhe man ngiyathi-understand hayi noma into engibona ukuthi wrong phuma endleleni again ngizohrisha but end of the day let's go on hayi siwayinti ifike i-trance ufike i-output speech enye nje yala engoyo bemele ifikile nayo ngithi aqaba shaya i-trance ngengivaye no-speech mina ngizongifollow abanye i-trance yabo because ubahlupha i-cap 2 cap kuyehlala from texture 2 iteksi 1 ngalo-ke mnandi ngiyagcoba umntwana nivaye nayo senjida lwenza iflop senjida uthathe lo mjida ngithatha atazele eteksini umanje sishoba kuswasazi ukuthi kwenza ngamjida but ingabi neflop esingene-trance ngasishaya i-trance hawu imoto mayimele isuke nangu-driver kuyabuza uthi umoto imali incane ukuthi kumele sithophe size la isigele cabanga ukuthi kusho yena thina siyenzile into zabelungu zasho ukuthi imali engakabhada shitsha yonke ndiyendele ngiyawuthe great into engayithuna shaya imoto uzobaleliso ishaya i-trance izobalisa sihishile phela yaxoxa nalokhu ubhizenza amafana okumowaya sihishile phela sikwatile lo mzuzu asinandaba nokuthi kuhamba nento sifuna silethe because obvious ubrafa nomile umele thina ashaya i-trance neningi kunenye out-stop side ithi yake nayo yangena laphana ufuna ukuqala i-topic ukuthi lo muntu utrafa kanjani hawu siphuma kuye vivi sisho ukuthi yena uthatha i-problem yakhe uyenze yethu ke thina singenani lapho yathi izinto zosifeyisela thina ashaya i-trance masifika sibona ukuthi sithola umunye ke nje wesiphathi ke into ebeyakhethe ukugcina ke i-direction abantu ngibaphile omunye uthatha imoto ufuna ukuyisa eSontonga cabanga leso sikhathi ke isikhathi sesambili ngibuza i-question yazi yathi into enyenza ukuthi ngihleke kokugcineni ukuthi manje u-adjusta nokuhlala ufuna ukulalela and asikho la so as a storyteller ayenzeki uma ukhuluma ungena straight to the point yabo ukuthi ngibukile ngayisinga esihlubisa uyenza ukuthi nomuntu andlule then alalele abe busy but le ndlela imuphendla into ukuthi uma ukhuluma kuyacaca yabo so ngothi isitoko sakho sifakele ipayisi uyenza ukuthi sonke sibe khona because of mangixoxa so wonke umuntu ulabe emkhona wonke umuntu uvukile wonke umuntu umthumele umuntu wonke umuntu bekasele umuntu i-vision ye-storyteller sokuthi aqoqe isitory ukuyenzela mangabe uzothi uzokhuluma ngokuthi useteksini uyenzela thina sibe teksini nawo ungayenzi ukuthi ucoce ukuthi sibone iteksi uhamba na yenza ukuthi sibe teksini nawo ukhulume nalowo matriza bekahleli ngayi noma matriza uzimali yazinqishe ngitshela lena iyamlaha baba unesesitolo lokubhizi okekhera ngefoni sebene ngiveza ukuthi hana ngikhona la kule video ngitshela lo matriza uyenza ukuthi sonke siba kulo teksi senza sho ukuthi makufika indawo ukuthi sihleke sokuyimele sihleke understand once wafika indawo ohleka sanahleke kusho sikhona usele eteksini agibela ngeteksi kuyangokuthi silalela kanjani into futhi because endleleni zethu inokungafini ngokufana okwamanje ngaxoxa nawe ulapho ungacedi ukuhleka yena le ahleke kancane apho which means khona lo bekahamba nami eteksini kunalo bekalalele iteksi ehamba
So interesting.
Yes. So isitory sakho kumele masitshele uyi-storyteller isema i-artist kumele amabhoke-ke mangiphethe wena sami ngithi masibhanisene negazi kumele ngicabanga ukuthi ngiphethe ama-artist indoda amayixoxa ngiyacaca ukuthi hayi because nokuxoxa ngixoxe namajita mangathi ukuthi la ekamntana phethu awumangala ukuthi kambani wanganasitende ukuthi hayi bona nokuhlala storyteller sidla kanjani but onsaxoxa ukuthi sikulalele ungas-include sibe included kule journey leyo ihambile kumele sisipane hard so they gonna understand our story that is sayifana ne-line if you just deliver the line awuyenzi ukuthi sibe khona kuleyo character kuyo gonna be a problem ama-senior azobheka wona because they will tell the story tell us the story to let's say not the story ukuthi sisilalele sibe interested. That's how you must deliver your lines. That's how you must do the character. Yenza ukuthi abantu bayithande and basikhona babe-involved kuleso story or kuleyo scene ezabedlala kuyo bangayibukeli bangayilaleli mahala but babe-involved ngakuyo. That's why kumele ukhale wenza ukuthi sonke sikhale. Why? Because of isithathiwe wasifaka kuleyo character. But if wena character inasikhali wenze ukuthi silalele or sibukele scene yakho but singabe involved kuleyo scene. Those things are not the same. Yes, again.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, sithe on set as a talent into evaluating the on set. It's first thing you do on set is script sakho kumele sibe sandile, and you must make sure as an artist you print out your script and you write your script or you edit your script, here's the script. Because the script say artist amelanga sibe clean. It's the reason why you must have pencil, pen, pencil because of other things you want to change them on your own language. The script say come here, then when you want to say zohalaka alone. So is there the knowledge which when come to this and I want to say zohalaka the chief zohalaka alone is so when fully better than the other. Understand? The knowledge and the script in something bracket with they come here, I replace it by zohalaka alone show. Understand? You so beautiful, Lucy. The move of your music to Namaki Tantan. Understand? You replace that with Nidenika. But you must mention in the script artist and the clean. akumelanga selecting script artist. So make sure first thing mawufika esetting must make sure that you master whatever the space oyifake lapho because you can't make the problem eyethu. Thina you say come here then wena manga uzobhaza ukuthi zokala kanti ukuthi sorry directors benifuna ukuthi then it's a problem. So it's a reason if script sakho nje ukuthi you replace amount and you replace it by writing khona la script ukuthi ungakho. So script esifika si clean is a problem. Script akumelanga sibe clean artist. Siba rough siyancoma. And you must when you own do it ukuthi okay using form changing the clothes. Kula la chinja phela stroke phela la chinja in wena own. So the first thing mawufika esetting deal with script. You double check the script. Is your line good? Is everything alright? Then that's where you can start to go to makeup. Because after makeup, there's really quality. Because makeup would have this you want to go. So you can't allow you to get makeup will be scripting. While scripting, if your partner is in makeup, then you can copy to just to kumble and such. Not to read the script, but just to then you perform on those things. They're very important. Then that's where you must start to know about the scene, the feeling of the scene, the texture of the scene. You know what's happening on the scene, but you don't understand the feeling and you don't understand what the texture of the feeling and you don't understand the disadvantage and the motivation of the scene. They are very important as an artist to know those things. We do something, we must know what we're doing this for what? We're doing this if I'm watching you or motivating and gaining in. I learned this, this thing, what did I learn? Then it's going to be easy for you to perform because you know what you learn from each and every scene. So those things are very important. You add a spice on the script, you perform a script, then after makeup, then you understand the movement. And you must know where must I stand to say this line. Because there's a line that are very important. You don't want you to do the up and down and such. Then when on your own, you created your own character. It's very important as an artist to create your own character. I did this last year on the 12th January 2021. I did talk about this. It's very important to create your own character. It is very important to create your own character. Build your own character. Because of if you go back to the audition site, by going there to perform the photos, it's going to be hard to perform the photos while you don't know who you are. I want to repeat this again, even do it at home. As long you want to perform someone's character while you don't know who you are, it's going to be a problem. Start to build your own character before you can portray or perform or do any characters of someone. Build your own first. It is very important. Have your link. Have your genius. You also know when you know my orange. If they hide bambekula room, uzozwa nge voice. When I'm so you know with GP. Yeah. You know which I yenze which lo mntana keeping ka. Uphothas melazi ukuthi hayi. See. Ho. You know, okay. So you two must build your own link. They must know which Hashem, they are not it's a boss, but Nati is Limanya. You understand? If boss, but I put on extra boss who keep him on down, blah blah blah. Extra things to my hey, touch it. I'm here. So Bamla the number bodyguard. So that's how you build the character. Okay. You play character, so I want this character to be like this. For me, it's going to be very important. So if for now we only read the script, then we just say, let me fight with Labas or Mazaman, a problem. Because of you see, these kids are one about Babuzal, mature trouble. I come to Snati Yazam with Punta, because okay. We pay attention to what he said, you know, with like you build your own brand, there's also here a mark man. You leave a mark of each and every thing. Yeah, oh, good Lord, you're speaking on your father, must build your own character.
I have a question regarding the music that you're talking about. What if they refuse your character to get on set? The director just changes and says, no, I don't want you to be like that person. I want you to be that voice in me. You have to start all over again and try to be someone that you didn't pretend or like prepare to be.
Okay, let me repeat again. The director, remember I said, when you come from the door, if they need you to proceed, they're interested. Okay, I will be the particular students. That give that play Arabic selection. If director will change his style, which means we didn't master that thing, as I'm interested in. That's why we change his style. You understand? I will master Paniwa. It's the same thing if we look at editing room, if we talk about tour, but stop. When you're interested, then come and perform. But yeah. Which means but if you learn more, also years I will practice it at give up, and some of directors, even like me, not your honor, we get it, or we perform it, perform to your but I was character script. He perform it, okay, action, we get a service, it's fine. Okay. But sometimes you can't build the character like this in. That's why you can make sure who master, who edit the you change it, don't edit, change all the everything then which will easier for you as you so you get it together. You understand? But if you don't want to change channel, because you have to engage that character, you build it, and you can't build that on set. You working. So if you do it, but if you used to it, like each and every time, if you normally use the monologue, you want trying to do anything like alone, but you still on that character, how? It was simple for you, or perform anything. Because of we paid in the DC, scripters if you like it, bonus. Okay, master. It's the same thing when you go back my first topic and say shoot with anything, so that when you get the bigger thing, it's going to be simple for you because of you used to this, but the different cameras. It's the same thing. So when you used to build your own thing, it's going to be simple. It's going to be a bonus. It's about own thing, but so you master. How you doing? You understand? So we must make sure we attract them. Because as a director, whenever we don't do this for us, we're doing this for viewers. How should we learn the money and say, viewers make it like yeah, I achieve, I act I tend to be given and I spam it. You understand? Sometimes not cutting each other, or cutting sometimes. We're cutting so that we can sell ourselves. We're helping you to do better so that people they talk about your scene. Because if now I'm going to make food, going outside in the scene, which means something wrong, never trying to perform. So each and every scene must make sure that you keep the scene. That is why most of the time when I write the script, I want to use my student because they understand what I want. I can take whatever outside party, I must know what my students are there to lift up. if I know which we are new and from outside, I'll make sure that Kinka Wena to be boyfriend ya high so that the scene it over lift up because they know how I work and they know what kind of delivery I need from the talent. So they're gonna boost other the new faces. So that is why I'm making okay, fine. Okay, be a relationship with her. Because if I don't know her, I know you. Because we are powerful from the legend, you're gonna make her to adopt the thing and to follow you because we are powerful of it too. Thing on to the back and one to a then see no one ever to. Okay, yeah. You build it. Because I remember last on the 2020 January 2021, yeah, January on the 2020. I read a post. Best actor, rehearse every day. Chance takers, rehearse when they receive the script. Then you are like, I guess very useless because they are underused, it's even underused. They don't follow themselves with rehearsal. And it's very important to rehearse. It's very important. I want to tell the student of 2018 newspaper is monologues. Newspaper are telling the stories. Don't wait for me to send a monologue. Read the newspaper and see the story of someone saying this, then you perform that story. Every day. You perform that story. That's a monologue. So you must make sure the newspaper is still a monologue. Type of thing. So must have the page you about this page, or this here, this is my page. I want to master that newspaper, that junk up as well. It's going to be easier even no matter what you perform. You perform a newspaper 2022, 14 January. Castor is a halbert, and then so now my own, I rename that story. I was there. You see. So newspaper are very important. Get it to it. So you must perform it as a monologue. Perform story. C'est le moment où on a eu la salle qui dit ni ama mega ou mala mega la patch with the moves story. This person, Gary was there the time I tell the story. Don't need for monologue. Monologue are very good. It is very important. So make sure guys you build your own character. Have your own lead. Build your own character. People they must remind you of something. Okay, it's an AKB, but the who fled? You see boys the kettle wizard. You can't I don't know if you can mark link. But it's very important to have a mark. Okay, that one I say about Jean Capajon. That's such a relative in the teaching the tradition. I Kiki understand? Because of you have your own character, you own your way. There's no other person to character. But the secret I can tell you is not easy to do that. It's not easy to make people to use to that. It's hard. And it's gonna be more hard if you don't start enough. Because there is no time to study. So it is very important. Very, very, very important. So never forget to build your own character. Because of the writers only write and give you the script. The directors, they just look at you and say, which means this person can perform this better. Then it's the reason why they choose it. But then if when you're gonna shoot it flat, it's gonna be a problem, which means it was a waste of their mind thinking that you'll be better. I hope it's clear. So don't make them to feel small by choosing you for that character. Make them to enjoy to shoot your scene. Make them to enjoy to edit your scene. Make us to enjoy to watch your scene. So don't make us to just listen. Acting is a different thing. It's hard because the body language, the face expression, the dialogue, everything must be the same. Whatever you believe in, you must make sure that it's the same level. The body language must go with your face expression. Your deliveries must go with your lines and everything. Without body language, face expression, your deliverance won't be clear. You can't say, my mom is dead yesterday. I saw them killing my mom. This is flat. This is flat. But if you start from your body language, your face expression, you'll see now on your own, okay, now, Ekito Insara is hard. And young later then, because of what is stupid about the mind, is reacting about what you're thinking, what you hear. And your face expression is gonna accompany your voice, your tone, and your deliverance via the script. Then it's easier for you to perform that line. Because of you take your mind about the situation is happening, then your face expression about the situation, the deliverance is going to be a bonus. Because you already see how to feel before you deliver the line. Then the bonus with you delivering the line. Then it's easier for you. That's how acting is difficult, my God. Because I know a year around the world, 80% they want acting because they see on TV it's easy thing. Because this thing is here, everything is here. You build it from here. You master from here. Then here you show us. Before here, this thing is very last thing. Lines is the last thing. You want to hear. It's the reason we call it the television, vision, television, telenovela, telephone, television. So if you don't believe what we see, it's going to be a problem. You won't believe what you see if what you see is not telling us the truth. That's why I'm saying react here first, then this one's going to be a bonus. But if you want to talk there, here, reacting like the way the situation is on the street, then our scene is boring. You won't believe it. You end up crying alone on the scene. Teenage viewers. Oh, I'm child. So, because of this thing is boring. You see? But if you're starting to make up to be engaged on your scene via face expression, body language, emotion before you can deliver. Because now I used to say the lines, let be the bonus. Don't deliver the lines. Maybe bonus line. But everything, maybe we say. It's the same thing no music takes. 9 days, near board, near miss. How would we wanna call the name is? So whatever is Google maybe next year. That's why the text is from late is 87, it's a selected. 87, so now you go to selected. So the reason which let's see first, then training it's very important. So if one of you here behind the scene, I go to emotion and color lines in next. What's the color lines and see what we get TV? So there's a girl being shoot at the no Raymond. She did all music. And I even my Facebook can be busy as well after posting that person. And he was a king, he's a king on that film. The man who posted our busy Facebook can comment and say, that guy is big. And even that Matala is Matala room cool and that guy Mama Sima quite emotion. You are powerful. Forget about too late what to do. Yes, you end up thinking I'm a problem or something. That guy, he was so cruel. Nala Masina. Then there's a scene Analo Mama Muza too. Fuck, that scene was so I wanted that scene was so deep because of Amalech and that too and Bakalawi too. You see the tears, man. Justice. That scene was so powerful because they understand acting. They know what is acting. They do the research about acting and even the character because of without understanding, portray, do your research about the character, know about the scene. It's going to be hard for you to make her to be on that scene low enough to choose. So it's very important. So if you don't make them to believe, don't make them to be in that character, it's going to be hard. You're going to cry alone. Spoon million basis. Okay. You play the scene. No matter what you move as well as you buy out. What is on? Yay! But. Eyamisa jump. Mina umtshela ngale basebathi and mase lo masathi utshela ngale base sebajump isini yakho. So it's very important. Right, any question? Okay. For next week, season can straight to plan the scene. Next week we're gonna start about let's start about the job description, and cinematographer, camera operator, then a scene in lighting. Mapala lighting, don't mapala get just para lighting. Because I want to teach about camera so because camera and light. I miss sound.
Okay.
Camera and light. So we're gonna learn about the camera work and the lighting, why light is important, why light minimum, how to hide the shadow, how to make a texture, how to make a feeling, those things. These are really so fun next week. Okay, but the highlight, the highlight for next week about DOP, you must know the job description of DOP, and you must know the different duty of camera operator and DOP. You must know the difference between DOP and a cinematographer. Those people are doing a same job, but there's then the changes, and they are very important to know those changes. I don't want you to make a mistake and say a cinematographer. When they say go to set, then you do other things, you touch other things that you are not supposed to touch. So it is very important. Then when it comes to lighting, you do a different lighting, how to light for a scene, and if it's a close up, how to hide the shadow, and you're gonna do the texture. You not only light fair actually, you don't light because of you have to light. You lighting via the scene. You understand the scene, you understand what's happening on that scene, then you know about the lighting, what kind of light you're looking for. You go harsh light or go deep light, or you shooting with a low light, or don't need light at all. Those ones come from the scene, if you understand the scene. and the texture, the feeling. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah, so because of last I talked about the feeling. Some characters said they seem don't have a feeling. So it's the things what is a feeling, what is a texture of the scene, and those things, they are very important. And you too, you must know it, because of when you go guys shooting your own practical, you know sometimes I won't even come in there. And this year things gonna change. You don't edit the story. Yeah, if the script is boring, it's fine, you can go and shoot, but you won't edit if we see this thing is not interesting. And the lighting, it must have a reason why you like this, why harsh light, why flat light, why dim light. So if next week won't be here, and it's going to be hard for you to shoot your practical because you won't understand the lighting. You need to use light every day because you don't understand why we need light. Very good. Good. Okay. Be perfect. At home, thank you so much. Remember.